So Bitcoin saw this crazy pump to the upside yesterday, but now the main question is Bitcoin out of trouble, or should we still look for further downside? And what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin analysis video. I have Sean next to me today. Sean, say hello to everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
So we have quite a bit to talk about today. If I just take you on over to say, I don't know, the 1 hour time frame, look at that freaking move from yesterday. Now, major props to the one and only Sean, who actually called it before that move even happened. Sean, yesterday you jumped into the Discord chat and you posted this chart on the 10-year yields, and you saw it gap down, right? This was the gap that you saw on the 10-year yields. And he followed that message up by Bitcoin rally incoming. And not just that, guys. He barged into my office and he's like, Krisha, buy Bitcoin now. I'm like, whoa, calm down. What's going on? Right? So he told me about the yields gapping down. And before you know it, this is what Bitcoin freaking did right after.
So now there was a confluence of events that caused the move to be this huge. And we had the yield capping down, of course. We had Dixie coming down as well. We had the grayscale news that all coincided, all confluence for a move all the way up to 28,000.
Now, for those of you unaware of what's happening with the whole grayscale news, well, as many of you guys know, Grayscale and SEC, there was a lawsuit going on between the two of them where Grayscale sued the SEC for not passing that ETF that they have been pushing for years. Okay, so now what happened was there was a 3-judge panel in Washington that ruled in favor of Grayscale, which is now likely going to force the SEC to reevaluate Grayscale's proposal of the ETF. And Sean, all of this is coming in clutch right now. And why is that? Because this week, Sean, SEC has to decide on 7 Bitcoin ETFs.
This week, so all of this is like BlackRock, Bitwise, this is all this week.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes. Okay. And this is a big blow to SEC. Guys, they lost the Ripple lawsuit and now they also lost the lawsuit against Grayscale.
Now what's next? They're going to lose the lawsuit to Richard Hart as well.
And that's the thing, right? So now we're seeing all of this. Now this pump is on the backdrop of all of these ETF deadlines coming in, as well as Grayscale actually winning the lawsuit against the SEC. Now, if any of these ETFs get approved this week, what could happen to price?
It's not going to get approved, guys. It's likely going to get delayed. Let's not get too excited. Remember, we stick to our TA, we stick to our guns. We don't let any news or speculation or news affect how we trade. What's really important is that this news came in right in time for the monthly 10 SMA, right? We've been talking about this monthly 10 SMA ever since December. Reclaimed it in around Feb, Jan, and now testing it right over here. Really nice bounce leading into the monthly close. And as long as Bitcoin closes like this, I'm going to be a very happy camper. But that doesn't change that the mid time frame trend at the moment, as things currently stand, is still down, right? We talked about this weekly dynamic just in the previous video, how we closed within it, yes, but we opened underneath it. Now it's not looking as bad, right? But we haven't closed this week yet. We have to wait for this week to close. And the really first great step would be if we could close above the weekly dynamic. That would show me, hey, we had a really good daily candle close after the ETF news, and now we're having a great weekly candle close too. But we're still not out of the woods, guys. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Ichimoku chart over here. And remember what I said, we don't get ultra bullish or looking for longer term leverage rates until we close about this 10K right over here. Once we do that, we can go into bull mode again. Until then, though, we get cautiously optimistic.
So as far as cautiously optimistic is concerned, now we're going to get a monthly close before we get the weekly close, right? So where are we looking for the monthly to close out to give us more of a midterm or a short-term bullish tilt? Now, Sean, of course, you can give your thoughts on this. But as far as the monthly close is concerned, now we're closing the monthly, guys, in around 2 days, right? This is the monthly chart right now on Bitcoin. All right, so now what you see on my chart is the 21 EMA and the 10 simple moving average. The 10 is the white, 21 EMA is the yellow. What I think is going to be a rather bullish tilt is going to be Bitcoin closing over the 21 EMA for the monthly close. Okay, it's either the so there's like a range I'm sort of drawing out for myself. Okay, now bear with me. I'll tell you what it is that I'm looking at. the range that I'm looking at right here on Bitcoin, I'm going to draw it with a box, is you see these candles right here, the month of May and the month of June. I'm looking at those closes right there. Okay, and I'm going to draw a box from there all the way up to the monthly 21 exponential moving average. All right, so I say that if we manage to hold those levels as support, I think that would be a pretty decent tilt for the bulls in the short term to the midterm for now. And why am I looking at those closes, Sean? It's primarily because of this. It's not just, well, we sort of close back within the range, but in addition to that, okay, if I take you on over to the weekly time frame, put on my Ichimoku cloud, that would also mean Bitcoin closing inside that cloud level.
So wait, you're telling me that this top level of the zone over here is
the monthly 21 EMA.
And the market has come in and respected that to the T.
Yes.
Okay, guys, that's information, all right? That's the market telling us that they are playing off that level as support and resistance. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because the monthly 21 EMA, if we go back to it again, okay, and turn it on, we can see that the 21 EMA is flatlining. Usually when a EMA or SMA flatlines, the market tends to use it as support and resistance as opposed to be using it as a trend indicator. So we're getting information over there on the defense, because if you go ahead and look at your 1 hour time frame, you guys can see that we didn't even close a 1 hour candle above this monthly 21 EMA. Right?
Yeah.
We came in and smacked right up against it with so much momentum, and the market was like, nope, that's the monthly 21 EMA. This is where we're going to be selling. So watch out for the lower time frames also claiming the monthly 21 EMA. That's going to be information.
Yeah. So these are the levels, guys. For those of you who want to take note of it, the monthly 21 EMA currently coming in at around 28,076, and while the bottom of that range that I've marked out comes in around 27,100. So Sean, I'll be looking at 27,100 as well to give me a bit of a bullish tilt, more in the short term for now. But now, guys, you need to understand that if the monthly closes underneath 27.1K, I think we're coming back down to, well, test these lows once again at around 25.9K.
Indeed, there's something else we can look on the mid time frames too. If we go on over to the Mango dashboard, click on your Mango view right over here. On your right hand side, you're going to see your one-click, powerful, convenient Mango indicators. Click on your Ichimoku, guys, okay, right over there. And I want you guys to also click on your 200 moving average. Then zoom in. You guys are going to see that this daily candle, right, it closed above the Tenkin and the 200 moving average combination on the daily time frame. So we're seeing a defense over there. Losing that is going to give us some indication of further downside, perhaps a retest of around these levels here, around 26.8 to 26.5, right? Essentially use the candle high and the candle close.
Yep, and what I really like about this range right now, guys, is that volatility has finally picked up. In fact, if we just get on over to the main page on the Mango dashboard, I want you guys to notice how now you're seeing the volatility numbers flash those high red numbers telling us that, okay, the juice is in. Now, for those of you actually looking to actively trade this range, I suggest checking out BitGet's trading competition, which is the King's Cup Global Invitation. So there are a total of 4 upgraded competitions with a total prize pool of around $2.6 million. The 4 competitions on spot trading, futures copy, demo trading, and futures trading. You just check out the prizes. So Sean, some of the giveaways are pretty freaking intense here.
They're giving away a chopper? Or is that a drone?
So I will be including a link to this down in the description below. So go ahead and check it out for those of you actively trading this range.
Are they actually giving out a chopper? That's ridiculous. Okay, well, Lionel Messi is sponsoring them.
Yeah, they can afford Lionel Messi. They can afford a chopper.
Yeah, kill me.
So yeah, now this is all we have for you on Bitcoin. Bitcoin only gets out of the woods, guys, once we clear out that Tenkin on the weekly time frame. Because historically, every time Bitcoin has started that bull run, we've gone over this in the past, we backtested this in the past, it usually trends on that weekly Tenkin. All right, taking out that weekly Tenkin is going to be very important. It's currently coming in at around, what is this, 28.3K for those of you who want to take note of it. Okay, it's only when we start living over that, that's when, things get bullish, Sean. Things get bullish. We can start looking at 42K. We can start looking at $60,000 once again.
Yep. Well, first off, we're going to look for 42K edge-to-edge trade. Well, until the cloud turns green, we're not going to be looking for 60K. Personally, I won't, at the very least. But we will be looking for the edge-to-edge to activate. But remember, guys, until that actually happens, stay cautious, because if we do break that neckline that we talked about in the prior week, right, that $25,900 level, if we lose that level on the weekly, we should be looking for further downside. Natural target would be the Kijun right over here at around 23,000, but I personally think that we tap around 21,000 to 19,000 as well. So be very, very cautious, even though this is a great development leading into the monthly close.
And there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed today's update, make sure you smash that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.
Ciao.